Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today I'm bringing you Boku no Hero Academia chapter number 97. Now, it is going to be later post than usual, so I want to apologise about that. Now, in honesty, the main real reason for that is my personal health. So, being that I've been fasting for near enough 3-4 weeks now, month, it's going to end Tuesday, I guess. Sometimes you have days where you just have bad days, and today was one of those days. I was really dehydrated, I was really tired, and I was just not really with it. So when I came back from work, I went to bed, got a few hours working, sleep work, and here I am, hopefully ready to make a video. Before I start with the review, I want to show you something. I don't know if you can see this. I found this on eBay. It cost me about £12, which is about $17, I'm guessing. And basically it's a simple t-shirt that's been made on one of my favourite characters in One Piece, Roronoa Zoro. So I just thought I'd share that before anything else, but without further ado, let's get into the review. So, the chapter, a relatively simple chapter, but a really enjoyable chapter for some strange reason. I think because the series or the chapter in itself is for the most part very outlandish, very supernatural, very over the top with powers and abilities and heroes and villains. This is a comic, right? So when you see that all the time, sometimes it's good to have a change of pace, a cool down chapter that's a lot more real, something that hits home, I guess, is why I enjoy this chapter. Now, I've made notes and I can see that at the corner of my eye. I'll pop down and have a look at it. But in reality, if you want to break down this chapter, it was a case of convincing Izukuma Doria's mom that he'd be safe there. So there was 3 elements to it. There was the fact that initially she refused, and justifiably so, because any mother who'd see her son go through so much hardship and nearly dying about 5 or 6 times, and he's just started the school term, would say no too. With everything else that's going on, perfectly understandable why she said no. Then naturally, a person that loves going to the school and wants to be a hero is gonna naturally defend that, and he does. He goes, it's not their fault, it's not the school's fault, it's my fault. They've told me to be, control myself, but I've gone beyond my limits and I've done what I've had to do. So naturally, he defends the school, defends All Might. But what I liked about this situation is All Might, even in that situation where he knew his prized student, his legacy, would potentially be taken away from him in that school, even then he was respectful. He goes, up, Mido, sit down, it's okay, chill out my boy, relax. And I like that about him, because I guess that's part of being the good guy, the part of being the hero, the role model, is being respectful. Respectful to parents, and people might not agree with you in life, but he's still respectful. So I really like that about this. Then you get this scene where, it's like within a couple of pages, and Mido's mum's like, nope, he's not going, he can go somewhere else. And it's like Mido storms off, and it was kind of weird how that happened, because his mother was like, oh no, I'll go get him, and he's back. It was kind of weird how that happened, but again, that shows development, because Midoriya didn't storm off to go cry and have a paddy. He stormed off to get a letter to come back and say, look, this is what I've got. And it was a letter from Kuto. And he explained the idea that Kuto was a person that did not believe in heroes because his parents died. His parents were killed. Now, being that Midoriya was able to become the hero of Kuto by helping him, by saving his life, by going beyond his limits, showed that he had what it takes to be a hero, and kind of shown his growth as a person, because that was something that even All Might said, I was the pillar of support for the community, I was the symbol of peace, now you are the symbol of peace, in your own way you travel your path. So just the way he said that, he understood straight away that although he's passed on his power, he's doing it his own way, which I might add is exactly how All Might did it. Based on the last few chapters, there was a conversation between Gran Torino and Nana-chan, the previous user of the One for All, and even she said he's doing it his way in the roundabout way of speaking. So it was cool to see that even though he looks up to All Might, he's doing it his way. Not every body type is the same, not all personalities are the same. Though the dream might be the same, the paths to get to that destination diverge in different ways. So just a little bit of knowledge to drop on you there, getting a bit philosophical. Anyway, so the idea that he shows his growth and he hasn't had a party, which is a good thing from a main character point of view. You see a lot of the characters do get emotional and do be a bit immature, and for a person who's just going to high school to have that mentality, to be level-headed enough to do that, and come back and say, look, this is the reason why I've gone, was actually quite cool for a shonen manga. I actually really like that. I enjoyed the fact that we see that as a character, and he's a lot more relatable and a lot more respectable as a character because of that as well. So essentially they convince his mother, and the one thing I really liked, and it's a saying that I personally believe in myself because of how easy people are to say the saying. So All Might basically promises to give his life in a roundabout way of speaking, to nurture and bring Izuku to the forefront, be a symbol of peace. Respecting that, Miriam says, no, you should not die for him, you should live for him. And it's a really important saying for me, and it hits home with me because you see a lot of things in the community, and you see a lot of things in the movies, and or die for your loved ones, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, that's stupid. If you really love someone, live for that person, spend the rest of your days. Do you get what I mean? It's kind of like, it kind of hit home in that regard. There's something I believe in, because I think it's stupid to just give your life for something. I understand the honour in it, but if you can live and honour it in a different way, I'd rather you do that. So basically, once that promise is made, even Mira says, I promise I won't hurt myself. He said, obviously he says it in a more serious way, but I just found it funny. And then he's on his way, and then the way it ends, that was cool. There's that kind of self-taught, and there's like a little monologue for Mido's mum, basically saying that he's grown so much, that his hero is praising him in such a way. I thought that was cool. And I thought the way it ended with all the different students, and this chapter has ended, a new chapter, a new story begins at UA with the end of All Might's era to now Izuku Madaria's era. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, just a little tidbit for those who actually survived till the end of this interesting type of review. It's never really been answered to who is the mole in UA. I'm guessing we're going to find that soon. And I'm guessing it's somehow related to the Lovely Girl. Now you're probably thinking, what makes you think that's the case? I think that's the case because there was a subtle message on one of the chapters that talked about All for One. And he talked about the healing magic, because Foria had this 5 years ago. It's subtle, I just put those lines together, but I think she has something to do with it. Maybe not intentionally, maybe unintentionally, maybe she's been manipulated, but never know. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. Although this is late and World Trigger and Black Clover are out, those videos will be posted tomorrow. And for those who haven't seen my other videos, please check out One Piece, Bleach, and all the previous ones. They come out yesterday. I greatly appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.